Zach Detmore here with another boring organizational video, and today I'm talking about a checklist that helps people run a job up to the point of the pre-rough-in. So this is all the stuff that needs to happen in framing details that happen before you start your rough-in. If you're not into construction, a rough-in is what we call the electrical work, the plumbing, the HVAC, all those rough things going into place. Get it? So what I did a while ago was create this punch list with my team, and it helped us make sure we had every box checked before the subcontractors showed up, as the people who did most of the framing ourselves. Let's take a look at it, shall we? Like my sophisticated system. It's pretty cool, right? BAM! There, now it worked. All right, so there's a look at the checklist. Pretty easy, pretty straightforward. I'll run you through really quick what's going on here and why. Finish all the framing. Don't do some of the framing, do all the framing, because you don't want to try and have a plumber put a pipe where you're supposed to put a hanger or a beam or something, or try and swing a hammer. Get the framing done if you can. Finish furring out any walls or ceilings to level and plumb. So if the wall's like this and the electrician puts his outlet like this, and then you decide to fur the wall out, all of a sudden he's going to have to put a box extension. Just avoid that and get it done ahead of time. Lay out electrical locations. Great idea. So we know where things are. You can move things if there's a conflict in framing and electrical. Same for plumbing. Lay it out. Same for low voltage. Lay it out. Lay out HVAC locations. Lay out where casing will be. So if you're going with a big casing, you don't have an electrical box behind it. Happens all the time. It's so much easier for you to do that when you've got the framing nailer out than to expect the electrician to do it, and you could probably do a better job because you're not trying to work with a screwdriver. Install blocking for cabinets, lower and upper. It's a thing I like to do. It's not necessary, but I like to do it. That allows, if we have, say, a glass front cabinet, we're able to screw where it's invisible and not have to go right in the center because there's a stud there. Another thing you want to consider is maybe you're doing an inset cabinet. Now, an inset cabinet can somehow have such a tight tolerance around it that you might need to rack the cabinet to get it to look right. It might come from the factory a little bit messed up because humidity and moisture messes with inset cabinetry. So having that blocking across the bottom back of the lowers and uppers gives you more flexibility to get things perfect. So it's not just, my cabinet installer knows how to hit 16-ounce center. That's a waste of time having my framers do that. It's worth it because it gives you more control, a better quality finish if you can put screws wherever you want. The only reason it's a bad idea is, say, if you're having a 3.5 inch thick 2x4 exterior wall and you put 1.5 inches of blocking in there, you've really hurt your R value in the performance of that wall. So, definitely do it on an interior wall. Use your judgment on exterior walls. And that's the same for grab bar blocking and towel bar blocking and hooks and shelves and TVs. Toilet paper is the number one thing you need blocking for, because people skip this all the time, and it drives me nuts because you have someone infirmed. Me, my knee's bad right now. What's the first thing you do when you get to go up from the toilet? You push off the toilet paper holder. I know they're not meant to take it, but if it's just anchored into drywall, it's going to be days or weeks, and that thing's going to fall out. So put blocking in as much as possible. Get light fixtures on site. So you can't rely that you're going to know exactly where the box goes if you don't know how tall the fixture is. It's so much better if you can to get the light fixtures on site and make sure that the client likes the height, and confirm that with your design team. However you're making your decisions, it's easier if you have the light fixtures on site. Get to details on any bathroom sink drain heights. That's pretty easy to get. You need to know what your vanity looks like. Because if there's drawers, maybe it's a little higher. If it's a really deep sink, maybe it's a little lower. So make sure you get that drain height right. What else we got? Make sure the subs have the most up-to-date plans and locations. So the sub may have bid the job 10 months ago when you had one set of plans. Now it's time for construction. Make sure they're not going to work off those those old plans. Make sure you get them new plans. Clean up the site. Yeah, so it's not only important for your subs to work in a clean site because it's safe, but if a subcontractor comes into a messy job, they're going to leave a bigger mess because they're going to have the mindset that this person doesn't care about this environment, so why should I? And if you call them and say, you left wires all over the floor, electrician, they'll say, like, how do you know those are my wires? This place is a dump! So keep the job site clean. You really can't overstate how important this is. And the best people I've seen in the business who I aspire to be like, keep a clean job site. And finally, get those plumbing fixtures on site if you can. It's so important for so many reasons, and you need a lot of rough-in pieces to get this right. So just have it all there if you can, because sometimes you may not realize, oh, I should put that shower arm outlet a little higher because the client went with a big long shower head that goes down, and if I went the standard height, I wouldn't have known. It's good to have the finishes on site if you can. So that's the rough and ready punch list. Hopefully it helps you run your business a little more efficiently. I'm Zach Detmore. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to this channel if you enjoy this type of content, and hit that notification button if you'd like to see more organizational videos like this. See you next time.